What is up, everyone? It is Drew, Travel the Brain Abyss, with a video, and today I'm going to be showing you the Edison deck I'm currently playing, which is Vayu Turbo. It's deemed by most people who play Edison frequently enough to probably be the best deck in the format. It's not my favorite deck of the format, but I do like to play this deck. It's a lot of fun. It does do a lot of milling, a lot of special summoning. I would say that my favorite deck in the format is probably Glad Beasts, followed by Frogs, and then maybe Vayu after that, maybe. But the deck's fun regardless. It does a lot of cool stuff. So I'm just gonna jump right into this, starting off with the Blackwing names. We have 3 copies of Sirocco. 3 is honestly just mandatory. 3 copies of Vayu. Cards ridiculously good. Just, synchro summon for free pretty much without needing monsters on the field, which is crazy. 1 Gale. I think that playing the 1 Gale is definitely a requirement. Then double Grepher and double Armageddon. I think that this is probably a good ratio. If you open up either one of them, you're in decent standings, but opening the Grepher with a Dark is just crazy. Then we have triple Raikou and double Hamster. I think that this is a really good package in this deck, like just milling cards, but also like having an extra body on board. Not much swings over this on like turn 1, so usually you get a free Raikou and you keep the body. So if you have like a Plague Spreader or something, you could always use this with a Plague Spreader and make like a Goyo or a Brio, and just kind of play even more from there, which is really good. Then 1 Card Trooper for more milling. Card's really good. 1 Necro Gardener, because Gardener's really good. 1 Plague. Plague's obviously crazy, like, card's insane. Double Caius, I think that 2 is perfectly fine. You definitely don't need 3. It doesn't even come up, like, all the time. It's just when it does, it's pretty good. 1 Dark Arm, because it's, like, the craziest card, obviously. And then 1 Gorse. Yeah. Moving on to the spells, 1 Charge. I think Charge is also just a really good card. This is kind of like the 40th card in the deck. You can sub this if you want to for something else. But I do like being able to set up a Raikou if I'm going first. So having another copy of it is good, because this now makes it so you play 6 copies of Raikou. You're playing this one, the 3 Raikou itself, and then 2 Hamster. So yeah, it's pretty good. 1 Rhoda to grab an Armageddon Knight or Grepher. The Allure card's obviously really good. Burial's really good because you can just put your banished stuff back and then use it again, which is crazy. 1 Brain Con. Yeah, stealing cards is really good. 1 Heavy. Heavy's obviously insane. And then 1 MST. Gotta have some good backer removal. Then Traps, 2 Bottomless. Cards obviously a staple in the format, alongside Double D Prison. Cards are really good for the 2-ofs. The 1-ofs, we play 1 Oppression, which obviously is a solid card. I enjoy Oppression a lot. It's just strong in this deck because they can't really stop you from using Vayu with Oppression, because you can just keep doing Vayu over and over again, which is crazy. 1 Starlight Road. This card's also really good. This card's just insane. So yeah, you gotta play it. 1 Torrential. It's Torrential. I don't have much else to say. 1 Mirror Force, because Mirror Force is great. 1 Judgment, because Judgment is also great. And then 1 Return. So playing this in Burial is really good to recur your resources. This obviously will help you like push for game a lot of times, which is crazy. But that is the main deck. We're going to hop on over to the extra deck now. Starting off, we have 2 copies of Armed Wing. I don't think you need 3. I think 2 is perfectly fine. 2 copies of Armor Master. This card's pretty good. It doesn't come up every single game, but when it does, it's usually very strong. 1 copy of Silverwind the Ascendant. I think I've summoned this card once in a lot of games that I've played. I don't know how many games I've played with this deck. I've played a decent amount. But I think I've summoned it once. Like, it doesn't come up that much, but it's still like a good card to have. So yeah. One Armory Arm. This definitely can come up with Raikou and Plague Spreader, and then if you can go like Colossal Fighter, you can like do a Colossal Fighter OTK, which is really cool. One Android. You can be between this and Catastor. It's kind of just your preference. For the sixes, one Brio, because Brio is bonkers. One Goyo. Goyo is also just bonkers. One Black Rose. Black Rose is a great card. It can definitely steal some game states at the minimum. One copy of Stardust Dragon. Card's busted, especially seeing we're playing Starlight Road. Dark End Dragon. This card is absolutely crazy in this deck. I really enjoy this card a lot. One Thought Ruler. I like this card. It just doesn't come up as often as I'd like it to. One Colossal Fighter. Also another one of my favorite cards of the format. And then one Red Dragon Artist Fiend. That rounds off the entirety of the extra deck. So we will hop on over to the side deck now and see what we got. So 2 copies of DD Crow. Crow's really, really good, so I wanted to make sure I had those, especially for the mirror. 2 copies of Fossil Dyna. This card's also really strong. Like, if you can establish a board and then get a Fossil Dyna out, that's crazy. One Minecon. Like, you just have to play this card in pretty much every single deck, whether it's main or side decked, so... Lightning Vortex. Card's pretty cool. It's just a good one of to have to blow out certain decks. One Shrunade, some more backer removal. It's always good to have in Edison. Double Anti-Spell, because we're not playing like regular Blackwing, so I'm not worried about Black Whirlwind or anything. Like, you can definitely side this in against super spell heavy decks, and it can definitely win you like some games just by seeing this card. Like, sometimes you just draw cards like this and it's like, oh, okay, like that's enough to win me the game. 2 copies of Pulling of the Rug. This is good against so many decks. I mean, mostly anything that's going to summon a Monarch, but there's definitely other decks that it hurts. Double Dust Tornado for even more backer removal. I like doing Double Dust and a Trunade. I think that it's pretty solid. We have 1 copy of Deck Dev. I think that that's kind of standard. I see a lot of lists do that. And then the 2nd copy of Oppression for when we are playing against stuff that special summons a lot. It's always good to have that 2nd Oppression there to kind of back you up and support you. So that is the entirety of the deck profile. The deck is super fun. I enjoy it a lot. It does what it does, and it's definitely explosive when it needs to be. So that's the real appeal to it, is that, like, if you want to really OTK people, like, you either play this deck or you play like Hero Frogs, and either one of those is a good choice to kind of just blow your opponent out of the water. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload more cool and awesome content like the video you just watched. And if you like the camera quality on this video, let me know. I just kind of upgraded a little bit, so hopefully it looks pretty solid. I'm kind of toying around with it, so I know I was trying to see how the focus came out, and it looked like the focus wasn't bad. But hopefully it looks really high quality. That's kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. And for right now, this is Drew Chavo of the Burning Abyss, signing out.